Well, hi everybody. This is Tim Mai. Cary, one second.
Greetings. Aloha.
Yes, we are back. And today we want to share with you some of the results, some of the things that Cary's clients got out of having a strategy session with him. And so Cary, why don't we start with that? If you can share with everybody a little, some of your results that you've been able to create for your clients.
Great, thanks, Tim. For sure. I mean, it's been a wide range and very amazing. From couples that have had an affairs that didn't know kind of how to clear it. They wanted to. In some cases, one partner knew that, what was going on, but the other partner had yet to let them know that. So I've actually worked that through with couples through the sessions. And in most of these situations with these couples, especially, it's when the couples decide to really work this that I've seen some incredible results that these couples are now more connected, more intimate, and are having better intimacy than they ever have had because they've learned from the experience. They realized there were certain things that were missing in their relationship that was causing one partner to go outside the relationship than before. So that's one scenario. Other scenarios are, couples using some of the techniques and tools that I'll share with them about communication. And some couples have been together for 20, 30 years and have used like one, as I shared earlier, about how to argue and be more in love than you've ever been before. And they've expressed that it really helped them clear out so much stuff that has been like stuck inside. And these are people too that have had other therapy sessions. They've done other kind of things, yet still there were areas of their relationships that they were patterns and things that they kept stuck inside. And through that, working with them, enabled it to come out and, let it out. And they felt again closer together and happier. And they've also, these couples that have done this have expressed that their intimacy, physical intimacy, has definitely gotten better as well. So, and it's also helped people in their businesses, that through learning these tools that I share with folks, it's helped their communication, it's helped their belief in themselves, because a big part of the component of what I work with folks is about their fears, their doubts, the insecurities, the things that take us away from the real passion that we have and the goals and the dreams that we want to create. So it's a lot of fun, and it's amazing the turnarounds in people's lives.
Yeah, I could imagine, from our conversation last week, just through the interview that we did, I created a checklist of all the things that, like a daily checklist of all the things that I want to do with my wife and with my kids as well. Just so that way, before I go to sleep, I'm going to go down this checklist, right? And making sure that all of those things are covered. That's
cool.
So I started doing that over the weekends, and I noticed that I used to go into like having complaints or criticisms about Francis. Like I go into that pretty easily. Like if I don't watch it, boom, it just comes out, right? and this past weekend, I just I just kept my mouth shut. Like no matter what happened, I was like, you know what? Because it doesn't support. Because it'd be silly for me to have this checklist of doing things like saying I love you, doing kissing her when she wakes up in the morning. Like it's silly for me to have this checklist and then have these complaints and these criticisms. And so this weekend I just like no, I'm not gonna go there, right? I'm gonna stick to my checklist. And I mean I can only imagine, where this gonna go. Like and I put the checklist up the mirror so Francis can actually see what I'm doing. which not only I'm holding myself accountable, but like she's holding me accountable, right? Because now she's actually expecting these things. And yeah, which is great, you know, and I think, yeah, because when she first saw it, she just laughed. It's like, I mean, that's like for me, like that's what, you know, that's what I'm testing out as a new thing to keep me conscious, to keep me focused in on what is it that I want for the relationship.
Yes. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And just, it's just like anything, stay on the mark, stay with it. And in a period of time, you know, you'll see those things will be integrated into your life, and it'll just be kind of a new normal, you know, for you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, you know, that's what I love about talking to you, because every single time I talk to you, you know, whether it's for a strategy session or like these interviews, like I walk away with some new action that I haven't thought about before to do, to put in. That would enhance, like take, you know, my relationship with Francis to the next level. So thank you for that.
Oh, that's awesome. It's a great testament for yourself, Tim, that you're so interested and active, and you can see how that's an amazing point, that it's not that you have to do a lot, and you can see that these changes aren't a huge thing, and yet just a small amount of action can create a huge effect, you know?
Right. I can imagine. I totally see that. And so, you know, with that, I know that you and I were talking about making your, you know, your relationship strategy session. What do you call it again? I'm sorry.
Yes, revitalize your relationship strategy session.
Right, revitalize your relationship strategy session. And like in my mind, I just think about like, you know, being like in love forever strategy session, right? So whether you want to revitalize your relationship or you want to, like, if you're already in love and you want to be in love forever, you know, we can call it that as well. Cause like in my mind, that's what stuck to me. So yes, revitalize your relationship strategy session. We talked about making that available to, you know, the people that are watching this video. So can you tell, you know, everyone a little bit about that, and, you know, what does that entail? What does that look like?
Sure. So generally they range between 45 minutes and an hour in length, and they're extremely confidential. It's a one-on-one session with myself and the people that are doing this, generally by phone. If they're potentially outside the country, we do by Skype, things like that. And they're extremely powerful. We go right into kind of what are their dreams, their desires, their wishes, and where they want to see their relationship in the next few months to 6 months, and then exploring what's in the way, what's slowing them down, what's stopping them from having the dreams and the creation of their lives that they want. And then from there, we also create a 3-stage action plan to take, you know, what are the steps to make it real. As I mentioned to you earlier, Tim, I'm really about action. I'm about results, not about philosophy. So, you know, we'll quickly get into things, look at it, and in a fun, juicy, joyous way, explore how to make the transformations in their lives.
Awesome. And then, so not only they get to see for themselves what's working, what's not working in their relationship, but also have actions, right? You said,
yes.
3-step actions that they're going to walk away from the session with.
Definitely. Right. And new tools, you know, because it's what we need in many cases. It's not just our awarenesses, but that we get new tools of how to deal with our life in a new way.
You know, a lot of people in like in my industry, and like I'm totally like included in this. Like it's only been recently that I really started to seek out for help within, you know, my relationship with Francis, right? Because all of these years as an entrepreneur, you know, I see it's like, well, you know what? If I just make more money, all my problems will go away. The things that my wife used to complain about won't complain anymore. It's you know, and yeah, I mean, you know, the funny thing is that when I was making the most money was when I was most miserable in the relationship.
Oh, jeez.
And when I felt like, when I felt like my life was like not working the most, and that's when I even had an affair and went outside of the relationship.
Oh, okay.
And so I know money is not the answer to this, right? But like I said, as an entrepreneur, a lot of time we don't think how much our relationship, affects our business and our finances, and trying to work on, trying to fix the finances is not going to fix the relationship. So can you address that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. Well, how many times have you eaten a dollar bill for breakfast? How many times, have you made love to money physically? I mean, yes, it's a helpful thing. We need it, yet it's not necessarily the most appropriate tool that's going to transform our relationship. It's kind of, again, like take a butter knife and try to cut down a redwood tree in the forest. It isn't going to work. I mean, you'll be there for thousands of years and you'll barely, begin a groove of cutting it. Take the chainsaw, the right tool, in a short matter of time relative, it's the tree's down. So that's just the right tool for the right job. So, money doesn't help us become better communicators, but money can help us get the right tools to become better communicators, for sure. And a communication is such a big part of what we're talking here, and to be open up to that, then, other new techniques and other ways to create that intimacy. And in the end of it, you will, more than likely, you will definitely feel more successful because you'll feel more connected and more enjoying and appreciating your day. And in many cases, people are actually are wealthier from the process of what I work with them because it clears out, again, what are the things in the way.
Awesome. Okay. Now, I know that, you normally charge $197 for these, initial, strategy sessions. And we talk about, giving a special to, to like my folks, my people, that are watching this video. Yes, my peeps. And so, we're making it available for half price, right?
Yes.
So we're making this available for only $97. Get a strategy session with you. Is there anything you want to expand on that?
I definitely do. Here's some two pieces about that. One is, I really want to extend this to those who really want this and are some of the folks who may be on the edge, on the fence, that go, well, I'm just not sure. It sounds like it might be a value, but I'm just not sure. So here's the thing I'd love to offer them, is that I want to offer a money-back guarantee so that anyone who's willing to, go for this and want to go for this, if at the end of the session you feel like it didn't meet the desires, the dreams, the goals that you're looking for and create a clear pathway. In many cases, that session alone, isn't going to solve everything, but it can begin the way to it. And depending on the circumstances, maybe it can solve everything for where they're at, because it might just be one or two tweaks, that I'll share with them that'll help them. And so regardless, though, if they feel it just didn't meet them for any reason, I'll be happy to return their complete money, whatever they paid, the $97 in this case. And also, they're going to get an extra bonus too, which is a relationship workbook that's going to be filled with information and questions that in its own right is so valuable. So many people have reflected back to me that the information in that workbook has been so, paramount to deepening their own relationship with themselves and with their partner. And these are pieces that are excerpts, in some respects, out of the book, the In Love Forever book that's going to come out later this year. that I wrote. And so that's a great value on itself. And that they'll get to keep regardless, if whatever happens then.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for that. I can imagine like every time I go through an exercise like that and use a workbook like that, it just clarifies so much things, and it puts into reality